good morning. I, Friedrich Nietzsche, ponder the contours of human potential. The essence of my philosophy is captured not merely in abstract musings, but in the visceral reality of individuals who wrestle with their own limitations. Let me recount to you a story, a vivid portrayal of what it means to strive towards the ideal of the Übermensch, a tale that captures the essence of transcending oneself. Imagine a modest village nestled between rugged hills and vast forests. In this tranquil setting lived a young man named Aristeo. His physical presence was unremarkable, his frame was lean, and his demeanor often reflected an internal struggle, a quiet battle with self-doubt and an inherent timidity that made him seem small against the towering backdrop of the world. Aristeo was an athlete, a runner by passion and occupation. Yet, his initial forays into the sport were marked by mediocrity. The rhythmic pounding of his feet on the dirt track was not enough to drown out his internal chorus of insecurities. He could hear the whispers of his failures more clearly than the roar of the cheering crowds. The path to overcoming oneself, however, is neither straightforward nor devoid of obstacles. Aristeo's journey was a crucible of trials, a process of relentless self-discipline and profound introspection. Picture him in the early morning light, drenched in sweat, his breath coming out in harsh, visible puffs. The chill of the air clings to his skin, a stark reminder of the sacrifices required for greatness. Aristeo's training was rigorous, bordering on brutal. He ran not just to push his physical limits, but to confront and dismantle the barriers of his own mind. His schedule was a ceaseless loop of grueling drills and solitary runs through the dense forest, where the only company he had was the whispering wind and the rustling leaves. The sound of his feet on the ground became a meditation, a mantra that drowned out his doubts. During these solitary runs, his mind would wander through a labyrinth of thoughts. He grappled with concepts of self-overcoming and the will to power, pondering how he could transform his limitations into stepping stones for personal growth. The isolation of these moments was both his greatest challenge and his most profound source of insight. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the land, Aristeo faced a pivotal moment. He was competing in a local race, a simple event compared to the grand stages of the athletic world, yet it carried immense personal significance. The race was not merely a contest of speed, but a trial of his newfound resolve. As he lined up at the starting line, the thrumming of his heart echoed the distant rumble of thunder, an auditory metaphor for the storm he was about to weather. The starting gun fired, and Aristeo surged forward with a newfound determination. His strides were more powerful, his breath more controlled. The crowd's cheers became a distant murmur as he tuned into his inner rhythm. Every step was an act of defiance against the frailties that once bound him. He ran not just to win, but to prove to himself that he could transcend his previous self. Crossing the finish line, his body trembling with exhaustion and exhilaration, Aristeo had achieved more than a victory. He had achieved a profound personal transformation. He stood there, panting heavily, with a triumphant glint in his eyes. The applause of the crowd washed over him, but it was the silent acknowledgement within himself that marked his true success. Aristeo's journey is a living testament to the concept of the overman. It was not merely his physical prowess that was transformed, but his very essence. His story teaches us that the path to becoming an Übermensch is not one of avoiding struggles, but of embracing them, transforming them into opportunities for profound personal growth. As I reflect upon Aristeo's journey, I'm reminded of the broader implications for all who seek to transcend their own limitations. The quest for the Übermensch is a continuous struggle against the self, a process of forging strength from weakness and wisdom from ignorance. Each of us has our own track to run, our own races to win. In this light, I urge you to contemplate your own struggles and to confront them with the same fervor and resolve as Aristeo. Embrace the trials, for it is through them that you will discover your truest potential and achieve your own form of transcendence. In the quiet aftermath of Aristeo's victory, let his story be a beacon for you. Reflect on your own battles, the limitations you seek to overcome, and consider how you apply the principles of relentless self-discipline and introspection in your own life. The path to becoming an Übermensch is paved with both triumphs and trials. Embrace them fully, for in doing so, you pave the way to your highest self.